Okay, and question number 2. Sometimes when I access my inner parent, my inner 3-year-old pops up too, because they're both extroverted. Exactly. How can I make sure that I stay tethered to my adult self instead of defaulting to my 3-year-old? So just to be clear, the adult self and the 3-year-old are the same function, so they do the same thing. So they're either both the decision maker or they're both an information collector. Okay, so they basically compete for the role. So your adult self and your inner 3-year-old are both competing because they're either both decision makers or information collectors. They're both competing about making decisions or collecting information. Now, if your inner parent is activated and your inner 3-year-old is activated, which are both outward facing, then in order to bring some authenticity into the space, some introspection into the space involving you in the outside world space, then you need to engage an inward facing part of you, which in this case is the adult self, because you're saying your inner parent and your inner 3-year-old are both extroverted. So engaging that inward facing part of you is important because it makes the situation no longer just about what's happening in the outside world, but in fact you as a part of the outside world. So it's no longer just over there, it's now you over here. So you don't create distance between the outside world and who you are. You bring them together, you amalgamate those two, and that's what the inner parent and the adult self can do together really, really well. So how can I make sure that I stay tethered to my adult self instead of defaulting to my 3-year-old? The way that you get tethered into it or kind of ground yourself into it is that you make sure that you introspect the situation, that you don't make decisions just quickly, completely ignoring yourself. So you say, okay, here is the decision that needs to be made, or here is here's what the outside world wants me to do or to believe. Now, how does this actually work with my beliefs? How does this work with my values? So you slow it way, way down, and then you start from there. So I hope that answers that question for you. And if not, then please continue with the comment in the comment section. We'll continue this conversation. And if it does, and it's been helpful for you, consider maybe making a post about this, or in the group, or even in your own personal page, if that's something that's right for you. And then and keep talking about this. So continue talking about it, so that there might be more awareness to be gotten for everyone around this issue.